Arizona is the only state in the country that elects their mine inspector. All of their states, it's a nonpartisan, it's merit-based and appointed. I could meet those requirements for the merit-based. I'm a retired engineer with over 40 years in the industry. I've been certified through MSHA, which is the Mining Safety and Health Administration. It's the mine version of OSHA. I've also been certified by OSHA, along with subsurface endorsement and confined spaces endorsement.
Qualified candidate.
I'm also trained by the Environmental Protection Agency in erosion control and groundwater protection. I'm also a licensed radiation safety officer, licensed by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Guess what you guys have up here? 592 abandoned uranium mines, most of them on the Navajo Reservation. Why do you think they don't have clean drinking water? Do that.
Stand still, Bill.
Break your machine.
You don't need to say it, Bill.
Well, I got a big mouth. I can talk loud.
Don't move around.
Don't move around. I can't speak if I stand still. Anyway, now where was I? Yeah, 592 abandoned uranium mines. 80% of them are on the Navajo Reservation. How many of you have heard of 3 Mile Island?
Yeah.
How many of you heard of Church Rock, New Mexico?
Yes.
Few of you have. The largest radiation spill in U.S. history. Worse than 3 Mile Island. It happened just 3 to 4 months after 3 Mile Island. It happened July the 16th, 1979, Church Rock, New Mexico. Why do so many people not know about it? It happened on the reservation, and guess what? Those white guys in Washington are still playing cowboys and Indians. That's why. The governor of New Mexico was asked to issue a warning. What it was a tailings pond from an abandoned uranium mine. The dike around it let loose, dumped 90 million gallons of radioactive sludge into the Rio Puerto River. That flowed for over 90 miles into Navajo County here in Arizona. That uranium has a half-life of 140 million years. You will not clean it out of that water. It cannot happen. Like I said, I'm a licensed radiation safety officer. The Trump administration right now has let out over 8,600 mining claims in the Grand Canyon watershed. 80% of those are for uranium mining. Uranium is water soluble, it's reactive to oxygen. You will not get it out of the water, and it will kill you if you inhale too much of it. This is in the watershed that President Obama set aside for a 20-year moratorium on mining. Fortunately, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in favor of the Obama administration's moratorium. They upheld it. That's only one battle. What is going on right now in Washington, D.C. by the Cheeto Bandito? Yeah, he's trying to appoint some more of his crony to the Supreme Court so they can overturn 9. That gets overturned. That's federal land. The state of Arizona has no say in uranium mining up there. One spill into that Colorado River will destroy the water supply for all of Arizona. It'll destroy half of New Mexico, half of Nevada, 3/4 of California, and it'll flow into Mexico and destroy their cropland too. 40 million Americans will lose access to clean drinking water on one spill into the Colorado River. And like I said a few minutes ago, 140 million year half-life. None of us are going to live long enough to see clean water run through the Grand Canyon again. And guess what else we can think about? That's west of the Navajo Nation. The prevailing wind's going to go from west to east. That's going to blow the dust right back across the Navajo Reservation. You know, you heard when, a year or two ago when Fukushima melted down following that typhoon in Japan. It took 10 days for the radiation in the water to reach the west coast of the United States from Canada all the way down to Mexico. 10 days. Within 25 days, the radioactive fallout in the air had reached the Mississippi River from Japan. And so far, last count I saw, 1,400 Americans have died due to radiation poisoning from Fukushima. That far away. That dust from uranium mining on the west side of Grand Canyon is going to do the same thing from the Navajo Reservation all the way back. You think they're going to have trouble with the water supply over here where the hurricane is. They're worried about coal ash. They're worried about pig manure getting into the water. Well, guess what? That you can remove. It takes a little hard work and a lot of ingenuity and money. But you get the radiation into there, the fallout from the uranium plant into the water, even as far over as there, it ain't coming out. So what we need to do, like I mentioned, the state of Arizona will have no say if that gets overturned, if the Ninth Circuit gets overturned by the Supreme Court. And the Obama administration decides we're mining the Grand Canyon. Arizona has no say over it as far on the state level. We've got to keep people in the state that will look out for the people in their state offices. But we also have to make sure that whoever we send to Washington will stand up for the state of Arizona and fight to protect the Grand Canyon. I'll leave you with this one last thought. And yes, any of the other candidates that hear this, you want to steal this line, go for it. I stole it from somebody else. Voting is just like driving. You select a D to move forward. Select R, you're going to go backward.
Let's everybody stand up for a moment. Let's stretch your legs. Stand up. Get some blood circulating. Yeah. First, I want to say thank you to everybody who's helped on this campaign, for all the candidates here in the northern part of the state. Woo! Woo! Yeah. 1 year ago today, Felicia Fringe, Wayne Carlisle, and myself, we announced that we were running for the state office. We were scared as shit. Over that 1 year, 65,000 miles, wore out a pair of shoes, pair of knees, shoulder, back, met a lot of great people. I am tired, I'm exhausted, and I'm broke. Yeah. But yesterday, I had an opportunity to meet the chair of the White Mountain Republican Party. That young man has given me so much energy that I'm here today to share it with all of you. Because now, you guys are energized as well. And so, when you sit down and you talk to somebody, and they spread hate, and they're telling you this, and they're telling you that, you gotta say, no, there is no way. But there is a new way, and that's the Democratic way. We the people. That's right. You say it. We
gotta talk soft. We take care of all. One of the things I mentioned when I decided to run for office, that I wanted to be the voice of the unheard and the unspoken. The unheard and the unspoken is our youth and our elderly. And I'm getting close to that other one. So, the youth and our elderly. We take care of our youth, we take care of our elderly, the middle will take care of itself. Such a simple process. But we have people out there that are just thinking about themselves and their bottom dollar and what they can put in their back pocket. Enough's enough. We the people, we're standing up for everybody, we're representing everybody. I want to say everybody here today, thank you for all you've done. You've taken this little shy guy that was here a year ago and you have changed him. You have changed him. The Women's March. Hey, give yourself a shout. The Women's March, hey. I have 2 knee replacements. I don't like the cold. But there was so much energy, so much that was taking place on that day that was happening. We were all out there, we the people. And we the people, we stand up together. How do we do this? By love. By the love in our hearts. And we have to continue giving that and sharing that love in our heart. One of the things that we said we talk about is our education and our health care. We have to protect our youth. We got to protect our elderly. Health care and education. We have to protect. We have to be that voice. Because I've always said, I got mine. I want to make sure everybody else gets theirs as well. To have that opportunity. We got to give those opportunities for our youth. When I decided, my name is Bobby Tyler, let me start over. My name is Bobby Tyler, I'm the mayor of Holbrook. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would have this opportunity. There's a gentleman out there in the crowd by the name of Joe. Joe said something to me, and it is so true. That anybody can be the president of the United States. Yes, that is so true. And when you grow up and you hear that, you get so excited because you know the power that goes with that. To be able to say you're the president of the United States. In May, I had the opportunity to go to Washington. First time, little boy from across the river in Holbrook. Went to Washington, D.C. I didn't know what to do. I'm walking up to the White House, and then all of a sudden the security guards have everybody move off of the green, off of the grass. The president was getting ready to land at the White House. It's an awesome sight. It's an awesome sight. I was so happy to be there that night to watch it, because that gave me fire as well. Every time I talk to someone, it gives me fire. Someone mentioned about being hungry. I'm hungry and I'm at the table. I'm hungry and I'm at the table for all of us, for Northern Arizona. I'm sorry you caught my eye. But I am hungry for Northern Arizona. I love this place. I know that they only gave us a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to share this with you. We the people, let's keep fighting. This is a race. When we started this, I'm aged myself. When we were growing up, those little black and white track shoes that everybody used to wear and to make you run faster. Now we're putting on the long spikes. We're putting the long spikes on. We're getting ready to make this run. We have to do this. We have to make this blue wave work. And we know that we can't do it without you. You got to remember. Tell 5, take 2. You got to pick up somebody and take them to the election. We got to help them. Again, my name is Bobby Tyler. I'm running for the Arizona State House, and it's We the People. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Felicia French, and am I too loud? I sound like and I'm running for House of Representatives along with my brother Bobby. And I want to thank you all for being here. This is a beautiful day. Flagstaff, of course, every day is beautiful in Flagstaff. First of all, I want to say that I don't know how many of you are aware that it's been 52 years since Arizona has had a Democratic state house. 52 years. We are so optimistic that we can flip it this year. It takes 6 of us. Bobby and I are 1/3 of that. LD6 will be 1/3 of that flipping. So that's how important this is. In addition to that, I have over 20 endorsers nationwide from Sierra Club, Arizona Nurses Association, MoveOn.org, Flippable, I mean, so many, Vote Vets, Serve America, that also believe that. And my daughter and I just got back, and Bobby, we went to San Francisco last weekend with Sister District Project. They have raised about 1/3 of the funds that we have made for us, because they so see how important it is for Arizona to get a Democratic House. They understand that the state's legislators are the ones that write the laws for the entire state. And one of the examples she gave to the folks there, because California's blue, I mean, especially San Francisco, they're totally blue bubble there. So they understand how important progressive ideas are. And one of the things they made comments to at one of our house parties was there was many people at the house party were gay. And they said, look, it's federal, you all have your rights to get married now. But the states are the ones that can prohibit you from adopting, or also have businesses can prohibit you from coming into them. So just because you have your rights to get married, they can interfere in other ways at the state level. So once you talk about things like that, it hits home more for everyone. In addition to Sister District helping us, just this morning I got an email from somebody from Maine saying, hey, I heard you on the radio and I want to contribute to your campaign. And I'm like shocked, because all over the country there are people contacting us, sending us donations, or just asking how they can contribute by postcards or phone calls or whatever. And it is nationwide. So they have an eye on Arizona. They see that we are a key state to flip, to get Democrats in office, because the state level is that over 50% of the people at every state level, the legislators, end up going on the training grounds where they're training wheels to move on to U.S. Congress or U.S. Senate to make the laws there as well. So not that we're necessarily that's our plans, but it's something to think about. So that's why they look at the state level is so important and nationwide. So I just want to thank you all for coming here and let you know that we greatly appreciate your time. For being here, and I wanted to also just kind of give you a little bit of update on our campaign. My daughter and I have been canvassing throughout the state, because I don't know how many of you know, LD6 is just the south end of the Grand Canyon all the way down to about 30 miles north of Tonto Basin. And so we're canvassing, we're camper canvassing, we got a van we converted into an RV, so we're actually filming it and documenting it, so it'll be kind of interesting, because we don't know of too many other people that are doing that. And it's been very interesting in these rural, remote areas, going door to door, trailer to trailer, and in the middle of nowhere, the GPS is taking us. We're like, what? There's nothing out here. So we kind of look, oh, way over there. So we'll drive out there, we'll knock on the trailer, and start talking to folks. And many of them are Republican or independents, but they are so impressed that candidates are coming out to be there. They've never seen a candidate before, any politician in their lives. So they're saying just by virtue of us being there, they're going to vote for us. So that's why it's so important for us to get our names out there, because people, none of them, it's rare that I go to a door that somebody's even heard of us. So that's why it's so important to have our name recognition, to get our signs out there, our bumper stickers, and so anything you can do in that regard, I would greatly appreciate it. Bobby would greatly appreciate it. So again, I want to thank you all for being here. You are what give me energy, because believe me, like Bobby said, we're exhausted. It is tiring. My daughter and I, 24/7, we're all on the go. And it's like I feel like you guys are raising sunshine on my solar panel that recharges me all the time. So thank you very much.